Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
Oh, dude, you look sweet. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, right. Thrown out by Big Tony.
We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Whatever it is.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. This is episode 132. Return guests on the show, Jack Taylor, and second time on the show, Kobi Parsons. How you doing?
Good, mate. How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, good to be here.
Now,
Good to be back.
this is a road cast. We are down the coast. This is where these boys lived. I booked a hotel, fucking casting couch style, and now I can claim this on business expenses. So
Nice.
thanks for helping me pay for this, boys. Basically, we're playing with house money from now on. If this podcast is good, that's a bonus.
So what you're saying is we're going to film ourselves having dinner, right? And the business is going to pay for it all?
Damn, Jack, that's why that's why you're smarter with this
I'm
business
a big
shit.
bro,
Yeah, okay. Coming soon to the channel, we review pub feeds.
Business expense, just have dinner every night at a different pub and film it.
Oh man, I've gone out to dinner with someone once before, and they were like, "Oh, so if anyone asks your name's Fred Jones, because I have to put this through on tax." And they need a name. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I thought we were just having dinner, you fucking stingy cunt. Yeah, Fred Jones. Okay, I'll remember in case the ATO ever fucking comes after me.
Meanwhile, Fred Jones is still waiting for his dinner. He's sitting with his family.
Yeah.
It's my steak.
Yeah, he gets stood up. So that was... It's smart though, like there's so many fucking people doing that sort of shit. Like I listened to a podcast called The Tasteless Gentleman, and one of them's a DJ, and he's doing all these media clips where he got like a portable DJ set where he can do mixes on battery and just through headphones, and then he can go and like play them through speakers later. But he'll relay the audio over the video of him mixing it. So he'll film himself doing the mix with the headphones on, and then relay the audio back over it, and then put up the video. But he'll be doing the mixes in like the randomest spots because he doesn't need power. And he had one where he was had his little DJ set on his lap, and he was doing a full mix on like a fucking hang glider, like while it was just flying along. And but like they get him to do like those like the American versions of Bush Doofs, like they're fucking Coachella and all that crap, but there's like smaller versions of those, like in small like areas around LA and shit, like all the desert areas. And so he gets that all like on business because they like get him to come in and do shit there.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. What a time.
Tune in for more business advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything on tax.
Welcome back to the fucking...
And if there's any ATO officers, unsubscribe.
The fucking... Remember that Money magazine, dude? Like, it was like the Dr. Carl for financial advice. Even Koshy gets in there, doesn't it? He's just like, buy fucking stocks and shares and shit. It's like 7 a.m. You're just trying to remember. Like, damn it, I swear I got given the best financial advice at 7 a.m. this morning, but I fucked if I can remember it. So I think there's a fine line between being smart with money and enjoying your money. Like Koshy used to drive to fucking Sunrise through Sydney traffic every morning on a fucking Vespa.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's the scooter, right?
The little scooters. It's like there's a fine line between, like, surely because it's cost effective and all that shit, but then also, like, the problem with that is you have to drive a Vespa.
Yeah.
Well, I've never ridden a Vespa. They might be fun.
Yeah.
I know they look dumb, but how's the ride?
I don't know, Jack. You heard that before?
Oh, fuck.
Sadly, that's the opposite of my problem. I look smart. I got no ride. I need to mess up my face and look dumb. That'll solve all the problems.
Does the IQ match the face? Dave, speaking of which, you remember that fucking dune buggy that you had like when we were younger? We should just drive it around in the backyard.
Yes.
So like a V-dub engine in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's running again.
Is it?
It's running again. So you know how David rebought it, right?
No.
David rebought it.
Okay.
We tracked it down.
Wait, rebought it? What do you mean?
Well, he
Your old man sold it to him and he's like, do you want to buy it again?
No, the old man sold it.
Cam's there going, come on, I can get him for 2.
Probably,
$50, it's all yours.
probably 15 years ago, right?
Yeah.
He sold it. Dude threw a tarp over it and sort of left it and then passed it on to someone else. The other guy who he passed it on to, my dad knew. And so we rebought it for $800 and it's up in... Not in Canberra.
No money.
No,
It's outside Canberra, and David's fixing it back up. It
You just ruined the bargaining power for next time.
He's fixing it up, and the thing's
when he rebuys
like
it.
barely running again. And I can't wait to give it a go. I'm so excited.
It went from not running to barely running.
Yes.
That's good. That's a step up.
That's a step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the opposite from most projects. They start off running and driving, and then you go to fix them and you fuck it even more.
No, this one was all messed up. Like, the tank wasn't even attached to it. They've just got like a hose with a fucking bottle attached to the back of it that they put fuel in.
Oh, yeah. It's like a
Gravity.
Gravity fed.
mad fucking...
That's it.
Like a bong dune buggy.
But it's
just
done.
loaded up in the...
Yeah, like it's exactly the same. It's got the old Subaru seats in it.
Yeah.
It's got the old tires. Like they haven't done any work on it in the past 15 years,
Fuck yeah.
and it's just found its way back to us.
They just kept it
They just kept it
for you, ready to
Well,
buy back.
Pretty much.
Good. I like it. It's like my motorbike. I just go out and start it every week. It's like,
Make sure
I
it doesn't
open
seize up.
once I open the fucking door up, you can hear it. It's like you ever take your dog for a walk, you get the leash, it starts getting excited. I open the fucking shed door and then I put the key in the ignition. I can hear it just going like, come on, let's go. And I just started as soon as it, like, I hear the engine drop back after it's warm, because it revs high until the engine warms up and then it drops down again. So I pull out the choke, turn it on, revs high, and then I just fucking, as soon as I hear the revs kick back, I push the choke back in, rev it, like, give it like a little rev on the throttle just to like...
Just edge it a bit.
And then...
Edge.
Yeah, boy, yeah.
Bit of master edge your eye.
Yeah, I just like, one hand on the throttle, the other on the tailpipe, just give a little rough. Just fucking spit on the cunt. Just come inside with like burn marks all over your face.
What have you been doing?
Just keeping the bike
Just like
running.
a ring right here.
Yeah, the black ring, yeah.
Just come back in looking like that cunt from Dennis the Menace with the acorn up the exhaust pipe, and it fucking blew it back in his... Was that Home Alone?
Oh, been a couple good ones.
One of them. I just remember. Yeah, I just come back in looking like Marv with the fucking like iron on the face. Anyway. So I just start it, and then as soon as I turn it off, I can just hear the bike being like, see you again next week.
Didn't really get a chance.
Even when I do actually, because sometimes, because it's got full rego, I pay, like an idiot, I pay for fucking rego for 12 months. Every time it expires, I renew it in the thought that I'll go for a ride. And then I fucking will take it out of the driveway, go like around the suburb, and then come back. And as soon as I'm about to turn into my street, I'll just feel it just being like, nah, come on. Like, it'll want to fucking go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that dune buggy was fun, man. So, Cobes, when we were younger at Cam's place in the backyard, there's this dune buggy and there's like fruit trees in the middle. So it was like kind of just a figure eight to go, but like in and around them. But it was like pretty much you could only stick around first gear. Like if
it had no brakes, so if you could just get in the second. But you don't wanna.
Yeah. So
The yard wasn't long enough.
The yard not long enough.
End
So-
up with the neighbours.
yeah, they get a free dune buggy, sell it back. So I'm like, started getting cocky because I just got me P's. So I'm thinking to myself like, oh well, I actually can drive on the road, so I kind of know like how to drive. So, and I had a manual at the time of the Pogo. Fucking put it into second, and then just like. The revs were too high to get it around the corner. Do you remember I just fucking rammed it into the tree?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I just hit the fucking tree. But it was slow enough that we just went, oh, okay, and then just like pulled it back.
It's a hardy machine.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, like, the frame, the welding they did was pretty decent.
Like Mad Max style, eh?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's like if the Thunderdome had a motor in it. It's all the roll cage and shit all exposed.
Yeah.
I could imagine Jack in it. It'll look like Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
No,
it literally did, dude. Yeah.
Small.
Yeah, like I did not feel well.
You know, like if we unlock Bowser and he's like bigger than the car. Oh fuck, good times. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, we're chatting at school. So I ran into our Japanese teacher. I won't mention names. Up in Canberra, fucking brought back all the memories, dude. How good is it that like you go to like Japan, right? Japanese teacher. And you just get all the like beer coasters, fucking all the random like beer bottle lids and shit, and then you bring it back, and if it's got a Japanese symbol on it, you can give it away as a prize at school. Be like, oh, you listened well in class. Here's a lid off a fucking beer.
Hey man, it's rare for us. That's Oh, there are some cool coasters around. I reckon people should go back to collecting
I reckon
coasters.
he's just a huge Fallout fan, really. You know,
Yeah.
using
You're keeping the caps.
Making caps as currency. You know.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be a rare bottle cap, worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, just like the import version, you get like an Asahi. You're like, fuck this. I can get it from fucking Woolies, man. Yeah. Well, even like when we had, I remember when I was working at the Bottle-O and they had, they brought in Bud Light. Oh, no, sorry, Bud, but like actually the Bud. The Bud? Remember the
like
Bud?
the American beer. Bud.
Yeah, and people were like, oh, this is fucking great. I remember, I see this in like American shows and shit. And then the next time they come back, they'll be like, just get a Carlton Dry. They're like, yeah, no, it's fucked.
It's basically water.
Yeah.
No, American beer is super watered down, isn't it?
It's bad.
It doesn't have any strength from what I hear.
I fell for a Duff. I found a Duff 6-pack in Narooma.
Like an actual Duff?
actual Duff.
Oh, yeah. From The Simpsons.
It's
It was.
terrible.
Terrible.
They made an energy drink, which was pretty much just Mother. Yeah, like the Duff branded one. But then they had another one, the energy drink. It was like a Red Bull called a Flaming Mo. Yeah. Fuck.
The Flaming
That
Mo,
was actually decent, but yeah, the beer was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see all sorts of crazy shit. Like, think about all the shit. Like, imagine how many cunts kept a fucking packet of Ice Snack 2.0, like a jar, thinking it would be worth, like, big money one day.
I remember that.
Remember when they
That's
changed
terrible.
Vegemite? Yeah.
Bad.
We're gonna let you name it. Ice Snack 2.0.
Yeah, it's just like, that's why you don't let people name shit.
Yeah, it was shit anyway.
They should have just called it shit in a jar.
Less good Vegemite.
Yeah, less good. Yeah. Vegemite. Vegemite Light. I don't know.
Oh, to
Home brand.
international listeners and watchers, Vegemite's good if you do it right. I'm sick of people doing, like, they do the shows and, like, they spread the Vegemite like fucking peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, like they're
this is the worst thing
plastering a
ever.
wall. Like,
Yeah,
it's always
no.
like 2 inches thick.
You need to scrape it. Get a tiny bit on the end
Mr.
of the
Grey Lane a
butter
slab.
and scrape it on. It should be a minuscule amount. You should be able to see the butter under it. That's how you know you're doing it right, because the shit is strong.
Yeah.
You do not need a lot.
Yeah, and do you know the secret is you kind of, your answer covers this, but people put it on their toast without butter, thinking, "Oh, this is all I need." When they try it for the first time,
Need butter.
dude. So there was this funny story from. So when do you remember where I used to live in? When I first moved to Canberra, it was near the uni, like near UC. So it was my closest pub was UC. Like, it was easier for me to go and drink with all the uni kids. I was 19 at the time anyway, so I was like, people would be like, "Oh, so where are you staying?" I'd be like, "Oh, I've got a house just around the corner, but I wasn't even going to uni." I just used to go there. They used to have fucking cheap beers or whatever. That was when Zeerhold used to run it there, and they're like Canberra's first like local brewery. So yeah, they had a place out at Fish Week. They'd fucking brew it out there, and they had a bar in at UC. They owned the bar there. Anyway, there's this story of this fucking Japanese dude, right? He goes, he's like, why, how come you say, like, when things are good, like, you say, like it's fucking good? Like, if I think of fucking, I think it's, like, bad, and they're just like, oh yeah, well there's different like ways to say fuck. Like so there's like if you go like that's fucked, it's not good. But if you're like that's fucking good, then it is good, or like that's fucking sick or whatever. So, dude, smash cut. They'd give this guy Vegemite for the first time, and they just put it on a spoon, not on bread or anything. Just put it on a teaspoon.
So the ultimate stitch.
The ultimate stitch up, dude. They're just like, so what do you think, dude? He just goes, ooh. Is good, but very fucked. It's the ultimate call, dude. Very fucked.
Very fucked, yeah. Fuck, yeah.
That should have been the actual name for it. Very fucked. 2.0. Very fucked. Yeah, the best one is the what was it? The fucking dude. They need to stop mixing shit. I'm sick of fucking seeing red skin milk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen all those shit
It's
fucking
all
weird
crap,
flavors?
Some, I know a guy who really likes coffee Doritos. You seen they've made the coffee Doritos?
Jake trying to pretend it's not him.
It's
Yeah, just like,
No him.
I don't like
am
coffee.
him.
hit a
that much.
crinkle in the background.
The wire, you just see it like showing underneath your shirt. There's like a bag of Doritos just there in a holster, like he's got that piece.
I like
Dorito dust on his fingers while he's
coffee flavored ones. I like Doritos. I don't want coffee flavored.
You have to hide them. You
No,
put them in a
it's good.
Pringles can.
You know what was really good though, actually? Garlic bread shapes. You ever had garlic bread shapes?
Oh man,
Nah, that just sounds fucked.
They're so good, man.
this is
That
becoming
tastes
the
so
fucking
good.
best fat cast. like,
A little bit.
Yeah, I know, but like, how
Yeah.
good is that? Just like, see, we started talking about reviewing food, and we ended up swaying this towards it.
Food. It's all that matters. Yeah, I can talk about food.
Yeah,
Hours and days.
So I've been trying to like cook more meals at home, trying to save money and all that sort of shit.
Plus, it's healthier for you.
Yeah. But then I realised how fucking expensive groceries are too. You're just sitting there like, this cost me fucking more, and I had to cook the cunt myself.
Yeah.
And you got to assemble it.
Yeah. But it's different down the coast, like, because like there's not as many takeaway spots, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you boys find down here? What do you normally do?
There's a couple good places. I said places. Places.
Yeah.
A couple good places.
Yeah.
If you want, there's a good Indian place here in Maria,
Yeah.
and it's like one good pizza place, but it's pretty fucking good.
Dude, I just realised we're doing like a food review for down the coast for podcast listeners that are mostly Canberra comedians. They're like, I don't fucking care, cunt.
Yeah.
I just heard a voice in my head of a Canberra comedian going like, fucking fast forward, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, but it's good to know, like, because I grew up down here, it's actually good to see, first of all, no M in Maria. How good is that? No M in Maria. Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing was how much more variety there is, because I remember there was like basically just, we talked about it on the last time you guys were on the episode, there was like Pedro's and like Ann's
Auntie Anne's, yeah. Pedro's and Auntie Anne's.
and Lloyd's.
Yeah, and Lloyd's, yeah.
If you wanted to go anywhere after 5 o'clock, they're the only three cunts that were open, and like Woolies, but yeah.
Yeah, all three of them are gone now.
All gone, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but you get a lot of people from, see, the thing is, people from Canberra come down here
A lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just fucking, dude, like that gig that I did at the Red Door.
Yeah.
And I'm doing like Maria jokes, and they were like, "We're from Sydney, man. Like, we don't know any of these references."
Yeah.
Well, that's because Maria's full of what's a polite way of saying it? Bogans. They're too busy drinking and getting high. They don't really
Working class bikers.
working class bogans. They don't really go to fancy things like comedy shows. That's like
Ooh, your fancy comedy show. Ooh, la di da.
that's some like socialite shit for Maria. If it's not at a pub and they can't watch it whilst drinking beer, then it's not a fucking real show.
Damn, so tonight's going to be a real show. We're recording this before the Maria Waterfront open mic, so I am going to either be deflated by the end of the show, or it'll be like good. But pub
Depends
shows
on
all
how much they drink.
fucking pub shows go either way.
Yeah.
I did this gig up at Thirroul, like near Wollongong,
Yep.
and dude, walk in there, it's like the cast out of Big Les just along the bar, and there's some cunt on the fucking guitar before me playing like Wonderwall, and they're just like, the fuck is this queer cunt doing? And then like I get up there and start trying to like do comedy.
Yeah.
It was fucking rough. Like I'm literally just doing the whole like.
It'd be good
What
to get
you need-
something going down here, but
What you need is 2 big ass fucking crowd warmers. Just us 2 massive lads at the front. And like, oh, if those 2 fat guys enjoy it, then we'll probably have a good time.
Well, I tell you what was funny. There, I ended up doing a little bit of crowd work because they were all watching the dog races. And I was just like, all right, well, because it was like all high-vis. They were all wearing yellow high-vis, but one was wearing orange. And I was just
that's
like,
lit.
oh, is he like the supervisor?
Exactly
They started
right.
laughing. And then I was like, all right, which one of you fellas as kids not going to school on Monday if that dog loses? And, like, I was just ripping them a little bit.
Yeah, give running commentary.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, look out. Who's going to lose the mortgage? Who's Mrs. Sharon's going to leave if you don't come home with like before 5? And like just doing all that shit. And then I tried to get into some jokes. And the weirdest thing, man, like I've had feedback after a show. I've had people say like, oh man, I liked it, or like, oh, I liked that first bit, that second bit, like I didn't really understand it or whatever. I sometimes get that. That's bad enough when it's face to face. Dude, I needed to pee before I even got on stage, but I was like, if I know that I think I'm next, so I don't want to go pee and then be like, all right, welcome to stage next comedian. And I'm like fucking running out of the bathroom zipping. So I fucking zipped out of the bathroom. So I already needed to pee. I did my set. Straight after my set, I get off stage, went straight into the men's, and this fucking dude came up and was just standing there peeing next to me, just being like, oh yeah, I thought you were pretty funny, man. Just like while we're peeing. And I'm just sitting there. He's just like, you gave it a shot, man. Like I reckon you had a few good bits in there, man. And I'm just literally sitting there going like, bro, like...
He's trying to pick you out.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. How funny is you just get some drunk, can't be like, bro, what's going on? Like that, like at the urinal.
Yeah,
and you're just like, oh man, I'll fucking...
Yeah, I just like...
But yeah, I just was like, oh, thanks, dude, and then like bailed. Went back outside, said thanks to the room runner. Here's the funny thing about it. I heard that there was comedy there, so I googled the venue and said, oh, they've got one coming up on Thursday. So that's how I applied for it. At the end of the set, I go bathroom, come out, said to the room runner, hey, thanks for having me. And she goes, oh yeah, you know, you actually did pretty well. I reckon that it would be good for you. You should come back on a Friday because we do comedy nights here upstairs. And this is just the general open mic. So if you wanted to come back on a comedy specific night, I think that would be really good for you. And I was like, what? That wasn't comedy? What the fuck? Turns out it was like a music night that I just got up and started saying jokes at.
Yeah, they actually had karaoke night, but
Came the wrong fucking night.
Yeah. So it turns out, yeah, I fucking went in with a gig and it wasn't even the right gig.
Wasn't even the right gig?
yeah.
It was stage time. It wasn't fucking right though. They were expecting the guitar or something.
Wasn't even the right pub. You're at the wrong pub.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. So last time you guys were on the show was before the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're nearly at our 1 year anniversary already. Fucking.
Wow. That
Yeah,
flies.
because it was the night before the wedding, right?
Yeah,
That we
yeah.
did.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it went really well. You know, like when it comes to planning a wedding, you're just in there like there's so many things potentially could go wrong. But by the time we recorded the last podcast, it was like anything that could go wrong will go wrong. At this point, I've covered all the bases.
Yeah.
It's good when it was all said and done. Like after everyone fucked off, Lucy and I were just like, okay, now what? Like it's literally been, this has been our main focus for so many months leading up to this. Now it's done. Fucking sorted. But it was good though. We had a good honeymoon shit, went up to the Blue Mountains, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
Love Blue
Took-
Mountains.
How's the year been, mate? Yeah, how's the year of being married?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Just fucking recovering from the financial black hole that a wedding is. It's going to take me at least 3 years to recover. But But yeah, it's no, it's been good, man. Like it takes a while to sink in, because like do you remember when we're growing up, you see a married dude and you're like, look at that fucking married cunt, you know? But like, well, you might have thought of it different, but you
I
just
would have in my mind. I'm like, fucking lucky bastard.
see, in my mind, I always picture like married people are old.
Usually when I say it, I was like, what are you doing in my backyard?
That's true, but dude, we are old.
Yeah, well, that's the realization. You're like, fuck. Like when I was in high school, I always thought like married is like a big, major, clear-cut point in your life, but it's just the same. Only like it's like
same but different.
Yeah,
Just
like
the same,
nothing's.
but, yeah.
It's not like we are like, you know. It's not like it's like, well, now we're married, I can love you more. Like it's not like, you know, like I wasn't holding back because like, well, technically, yeah. It's just like, nah, it's nothing's. But it is kind of good, I think, to make that, because a lot of people look at the price of a wedding and go, I'd rather do this instead. I'm glad that we made the commitment to do it, even though it's not cheap. Now we're on the other side of it, you know. And we've like, I know people that are been together for like 20 years, they've got kids, all that sort of shit, and they're like, all right, let's have a wedding now, we can afford it, you know. But we've got that out of the way. It was good, like everyone we wanted to be there was able to be there. A couple of people couldn't make it, but for the most part it all worked out.
It's good too, because it's just that sort of like that binder, we're cementing this, we're locking us in, you know, this is us, you know.
You're committed to at least going through a really difficult, annoying legal process if you want to break up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what a marriage really is, technically. Just
it's like, I'm willing to be together with you enough that I'm willing to put up with the effort of getting divorced.
I'm going to commit to being with you so much that I'm going to make it even harder to get out of this.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's good though, like, because we're looking at getting a house at some point soon.
Yeah.
As soon as we can. And I think being married really does help the legal side of that.
100%. I've had several mates down here do the same thing, where they've been engaged and they've just brought the wedding in forward, you know. Get it done. Easy to like get money from the banks and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Especially for that reason, you know.
Yeah. My advice to anyone that might be thinking of getting married, don't have like a goal of how much you want to spend and save up to that amount and do it. Don't like try and go too fucking big, because you'll never really go. It'll always be more than that. What you do is you go, how much can I afford, and then you cater the wedding to match your budget. I've seen people like my buddy Andrew was actually on Australia's Cheapest Weddings. He's from Narooma. He's a buddy of mine, and him and his missus watch their episode on their wedding anniversary every year, because it's on 7 Mate, and they did it for like $3,000. Mad beach wedding, fucking RSL club after party, all that shit. But they had a budget of this much. I think he changed his name for the show. I might have just doxed him, but but you know what I mean. Like, it's just if you've got a budget, and you just work within that. Because if you go in your mind, if you're like, okay, a wedding's going to cost me $50,000, so I won't do it until I have $50,000, you'll probably never do it.
That's it. Yeah.
Whereas if you go, look, by the end of the year, I can have $5,000 put aside and work within that budget, you can still do it, you know? Yeah. I've even seen people just go like, I can't afford it, so we'll just get the courthouse lad.
Yeah, what are they called?
I reckon I could do a
The
pretty
Elvis
good,
one.
Yeah, the Elvis lad. Yeah.
I could do a pretty good $5,000 wedding.
$5,000 wedding, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of family who've got land. We can just set up something out on like fucking.
There you go, ladies. So if anyone out there is looking for a $5,000 wedding, Jack's already got the will. He just needs the way. Yeah. Well, he's got both. He's got the will and the way. He just needs a fucking chick to do it with. People are, like, from here to Sydney's people with signs like hitchhiking. Jack's just like $5,000 wedding. Just like quick assessment of the person. Yep, that sounds good.
Yep, good.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know what you mean. Like,
that's probably what I do. I just do family and friends on property, call in a local pastor. They're not that expensive for the local guys. Like $100, $200 a night.
Yeah, but no one has a famous, like, oh gosh, just in case you know, we've imported this pastor from...
Yeah.
No one walks up to a wedding and go like, holy fuck, it's Pastor Steve.
And yet
How'd you
people
get this cunt?
People still pay the big money for the big pastors.
Yeah, it's just like, oh shit, I thought his books would be filled until fucking September, but you got Pastor Steve, dude? Just rock up. The only time anyone ever recognizes anyone is if it's like a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like no one within their field is fucking big at but that's why like with mine it was good to have the celebrant, but also I had my buddy do the ceremony as well, but under the guidance of the celebrant.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I don't think... Okay, I like your celebrant, but I was annoyed with the speaker.
Why?
The speaker... You know how the back speaker
Oh
wasn't working?
yeah.
And like I kept saying to someone, just like, just bring it closer. It's slightly out of range. Every time she walks closely towards it started working. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. Walks back to the front.
Drops
it's
off
not
again.
working again. Oh, walks back towards it. Can you fix it? Oh, it's working again. Walks back to the freaking thing. No, fucking move the speaker closer.
Yeah, it's only like the
That was driving me wild. I was
like Paddy and Mick checking the blinker. Do you know that joke? It's like, yeah, tell me if the blinker's working. Mick goes out the back, Paddy turns on, he goes, yep. Nah. Yep. Nah.
That was pretty much it. It was driving me mad.
Oh fuck, man. Yeah. So that's
Meanwhile, Gramps in the audience had his hearing aid.
No,
It's connecting directly to the hearing aid.
Bluetooth to the earring.
so. Yeah, that was good, man. I got a segment I want to do, so we're going to take a quick break while I get that ready. It's on my phone. So we'll be back.
Is it going to be wedding review? I'm down. I'm ready. I review your wedding. Strong 8.
Jag, the only reason I'd get you to review the wedding is if I could claim it on tax. Please flip over the tape to side B to hear the rest of this podcast. Alright, welcome back. Now we get into our segment that I alluded to before the show, before the break.
Yes, we are curious.
Now, I often get questions on the show, people email in. I don't often, actually, I sometimes do. And when I say I sometimes do, someone messaged me once. And I already did that question. So, I have turned, as we've done in the past, to the reliable people of Reddit. Now, I found something in the Am I the Arsehole section of Reddit.
Classic.
People asking for advice.
Yeah.
I have found a section here which kind of ties in with what we're talking about before the break, because this is relationship advice. All right?
Okay.
So... are we ready to hear relationship advice from
I'm so ready.
Recently married man and 2 single dudes? All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
But, let's send it.
No, wait. Dr. Jackie and Marky Hyde? Or?
Dr. Jackell and Marky Hyde.
There we go.
Yeah.
Add in Kobi.
Yeah. And Kobi, yeah.
And Kobi.
The token black one.
Token black.
Token black Hyde. Oh, fuck. All right. Am I the arsehole for asking my wife for an open relationship after 2 years without sex? I'll give some more context. So that's the heading.
Definitely more.
Oh, actually, Jack, do you remember in high school when I didn't want to read stuff and I would give it to you to read?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it's a long one. Excellent. Okay. It feels weird to type, but next year I will be 30. I have been married since I was 22. My wife is the same age. 3 years ago, she'd just beaten cervical cancer. She had surgery and she was a soldier throughout the whole process. I am very proud of her. After the surgery, we didn't have sex for obvious reasons, and I accepted that. However, she still gave me oral sex frequently. I would try to please her as best I could without hurting her, but it's tough. Eventually, her sex drive disappeared completely. She just did not want to be intimate anymore. This has been going on for 2 years. She will give me oral sex on my birthday or special occasions, but that's it. I am still very attracted to my wife. I love her very much. I do not want to give up sex for the rest of my life. I have talked to her countless times, and she's just not into it anymore. It's not a pain thing, but a desire thing. I've been reading up on open relationships, basically just flings to satisfy my needs as a man while still loving and living with my wife. She was not receptive of the idea at all, to say the least. Crying, yelling, you name it. She doesn't understand why I'd even ask. Even after I explain, I want to grow old with her, but I don't want to be old now and give up sex. I don't even know what I could have done different in this, besides to shut up and be celibate forever.
Yeah, fuck her and her cancer, mutt.
Okay, it's a complicated thing.
No, I'm just joking. What's your opinion? Jack, as the reader, you probably forming an opinion as you read it.
I have formed an opinion.
Okay.
He's not an arsehole, but I would have loved to see how he approached it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to see it?
I wanted to see how he approached, like...
POV, asking my missus for an open relationship.
For number one, I wouldn't call it an open relationship. That's a quick way to get in trouble. Because, okay, so, here's what I would have done.
Have you ever been to a shop and purchased goods? Well, I want to do that with something else. Sex.
No. The thing is, from her point of view, it's a trust thing. She's worried that he'll leave her if he finds someone else, right?
True.
This is why I suggest make it transactional so there can be no love between him and his sex object.
Object?
That's right. Pay for
Can
a
I get a
hookup.
tax receipt off that love?
That's exactly right. Pay for a prostitute / whatever, and she can vet
/
them.
whatever. Pringle can.
No, like a prostitute / what's the
Like a sex worker, essentially.
yes, basically.
That's it.
Someone whose job it is to have sex, and that way she can be safe in the knowledge they're not going to get together outside of her permission.
Yeah.
She can set the dates, she can watch if she bloody well wants, give her complete control over the situation. That way you're not cheating on her because she's in the power. You need to give her the power to make her feel safe and comfortable. That would be my way of going about it if I was in this situation. But if she wasn't comfortable in that at all, then buy a latex doll. Fucking
That looks like her.
that yeah, that as well. Fucking go all in.
Oh, no.
But buy a sex doll. I mean, they're fairly realistic. And that way you can still fuck something while loving your wife. And if she won't even go for that,
you can tell that
then
Jack's
you just
already
fuck.
done all of this legwork. Like,
I'm just like erasing the wife button. Jack's definitely got,
Then
if you're inflatable.
he's pre-planned this just instead of wife, he's like lack of girlfriend.
then if she's still not down for that, then fuck. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, you tried the pay worker, you tried the object. At that point, you're fucked. Like, what do you do? I mean, you don't want to leave them, but like, men, like human beings, but men especially, have fairly strong libidos. Like, it's a biological imperative.
Yeah. I
You
reckon.
can't just sort of turn it off, really.
I'd just say to that, welcome to married life.
Yeah.
This is married life.
let
This is
it
what you
happen.
signed up for, mate.
Sex.
Well, hey,
You
dude.
get more bad dinners than sex.
Wait, but
no
dude.
sex at 30 is pretty rough.
Hey, dude. When you think about it, though, I don't know, Jack. What's it like?
It sucks.
No sex at 32. Thank you very much.
That's right. 32 later this year. I'm still 31. Young and free, I am.
Yeah. So my thoughts on this are, dude. First of all, pretty fucking wild to like make this about him. What the fuck? Can't chill out. But second of all, dude, he's getting blown on his birthday at least
That's
every
pretty
year.
good.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
dude!
that's
That's fucking
once a year.
That's good.
Yeah. Second of all, he shouldn't have gone to her with a solution. He should have went to her with a problem and then
her
worked
come
on
to
a
the
solution. What do you think of this? This is my needs, and this is what I would like. I know you're doing your best, but what's your what do you want? What do you think would be a solution for this problem?
See, that's the thing. We don't. It's been 2 years. I'm assuming he's brought it up beforehand.
Yeah, but he might have brought it up like passively, like
a passive aggressive thing. Yeah.
It's a shame, Oh, the old mouth again, I suppose. like just doing that, like that shit.
Yeah,
it's a bit of the if the shoe was on the other foot thing, but as well, like really, like if he had prostate cancer, bang, couldn't get it up anymore after they went through that.
And she's
would he want her fucking running around with every bloke?
Yeah, you wouldn't though, would you?
You wouldn't, no.
Actually, this is an idea. And
paid
this
sex worker.
It's a good no. It's a good thing to like. It's a more of a modern solution.
Just get her to hold the flashlight.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Literally, what's wrong with this? All right. So what don't I have that you want? Pussy. We can make a pussy, and I can use it on you. Like, what if just make that a group activity? It's not. You're not going to run away with the latex thing.
Nah.
Full-blown sex up doll. It's the same thing.
It looks like all the roads lead to the same answer with you.
Jack's there. Flash.
No,
add to cart.
That's like
discount code.
Full-blown sex doll's like $1,200. So it's a bit of a difference.
The exact price. You didn't want to get caught.
I looked it up once because I was curious.
He knows.
Because you remember
shipping to Maria.
There was bro, that's very expensive.
You get it sent to the next door neighbours.
Dude,
and then he just rubs it in.
Pre-assembled.
Yeah,
I looked it up. Like half inflated for him.
You want to laugh? You got to glue the shoulders on.
I looked it up because I was curious. All right, because there was
you're too honest.
That
Jeff.
episode of Family
Imagine the
Guy.
neighbour took it and just was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
You just see your own sex doll getting ploughed against the window. Motherfucker.
That's mine. No, it's from it was
A
an
trash
episode of American
pickup?
Dad.
That's fucking.
It's their arm hanging out the bin.
It was an episode of American Dad when it was where like they found a sex doll, and they pretended to film movies with it. That's what got me thinking.
That happened in Canberra. Did you know that? So someone going for a walk in the morning. This was during the lockdowns. They seen a fucking sleeping bag in the park, and they were like, "Oh, maybe it's just like a homeless person." So they go up to the sleeping bag, and it was a cold winter's morning, and he goes, he's like, the guy was like, he figured he'd just see if the homeless person was okay, and when he like poked the bag with the stick, he like lifted the little hood thing back, and there was this like blonde hair, like a fucking like a wig, like you could tell it was like plastic hair.
Yeah.
Oh, plastic.
Yeah, like plasticky hair. So he fucking pulled the hood back and seen it was like a sex doll in a sleeping bag in the park. So he called the cops anyway and was just like, yeah, look, this is a bit weird. I just thought I'd let him know. So the cops said, we take this shit seriously because some people actually practice like the weight and all the shit of dumping a body like on a sex doll because it's like the same sort of like maneuverability of a human. So they're like, they want to see like psychos are like, I wonder what they kind of do that as like a trial to see if they could dump a body. But apparently it wasn't just like the blow up doll lad.
No,
it was like a full on fucking. So this crazy psycho expensive rich cunt has like dumped one of them in the park during the lockdowns. Yeah, how wild is that?
Hectic.
Yeah,
It's just a waste of money. They're fucking expensive.
So what
problem.
did we learn? Just like finding free drugs, don't tell the cops.
That's it. Yeah. Could have been making money off that thing.
I actually to fucking bring both of those points together, the sex worker / sex doll. I foresee a future where people actually run brothels with sex dolls and VR headsets.
Well, they're
That's a
pretty
good
much
idea.
doing that in Japan. At the
Yeah,
moment.
imagine
Japan's
that.
doing
Like, so you choose from a scenario. So the feel side's there, the visual side's there. You walk in, you chuck on the fucking headset, and it's basically the same. Only there's no sex trafficking.
Yeah. And it'd be way cheaper.
Yeah.
No.
Although, like in
And
Australia,
hope
it's
the
hard-
program is going to be good. Otherwise,
Do you hate that cunt to turn into the Terminator, dude? Just comes around like,
ribbon
you fucked me for too long, dude.
the thing.
Imagine Terminator with PTSD. Just like, like the next level.
No, like sex working in Australia is a lot better than other countries because it's legalized here. Brothels are legalized. A lot of the sex work is legalized. So it's all very heavily watched and regulated. Like these,
I still feel like it's shit.
yeah,
I still feel like this. Like
those
the
bitches
problem
pay
is,
the taxes.
I still feel like, and I don't know this, but I feel like a lot of the problem is the people that regulate this shit are like just as fucking bad as the people that do it illegally. Like,
you reckon?
yeah, I
the
reckon
government is
No, not the government. The people that run the fucking places, the security guards there, like they're all dodgy. Like
yeah.
like I honestly reckon that as much as it, like, I would like to think that nothing shit happens, I definitely reckon that there's a lot that goes on that flies under the radar. There's
reckon?
they
100%. Like,
Yeah.
fucking everyone I've been to has just been dodgy as fuck.
You've been to them. Tell us more.
Nah. Well, you know, I mean,
So
the
was
mates
it
and the
dodgy? Was it like a proper establishment or?
Oh, they're just all dodgy. Like, you know.
even
What
just
a-
massage parlors, you go in there for
yeah.
like you legit think it's a massage parlor, and you're like, oh, this is a rub and tug, and I have to fuck off. Like, there's people that go into them without knowing they're going into them. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Having a Beethoven. I just went in for a back massage. Bang, next minute, you know, like she's propositioned me, and holy fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran.
I thought that place closed during
I'm going to pay
lockdown.
$100 or something I can do.
I think
Back
that place
massage?
closed.
Yeah, really good. I get my elbows.
Like that'd actually be nice. Like a proper back massage.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So Kobe, what's your thoughts on the advice, the Reddit
Yeah.
advice?
What are your thoughts? I'll give him mine.
Mine isn't really an answer. Mine is just talk with her and then come up with a solution yourself. But use the sex toy on you. Get her to use it. Spend the money. Get one made that's like
Yeah, get a
built
decent
like her.
one. Sex toys are pretty good now, you know, friggin'. That's what I'd say. Get a decent one,
yeah.
you know. Don't,
None of this silly willy shit.
silly really shit, you know. You know, you want something USB rechargeable, everything's USB rechargeable. Yeah.
Got the inbuilt vibration functions, all the works.
Everything. Talk, spit on you, whatever. You know, just about you get everything.
Put the USB-C in can't.
But like what Jack said, like I think it's it's a bit of a dick thing, you know, to just go, oh yeah, I'm not getting anything. Can it be an open relationship? sort of?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. I feel.
you know.
Oh, dude, that's actually a good point. Do you know what I reckon? I reckon this dude legitimately wants to leave his wife, and he's using this as an excuse to be like, I have needs as a man. Like, I reckon it's like a long
pretty
game.
It's pretty childish, really.
Yeah.
It's like it's more like the old kid that's had the toy, he played with it, now it's broken, doesn't want the toy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, look, every person I've talked to who's been in... I've known a couple people who are in open relationships. They always end badly because someone falls for someone outside of the group, right?
Yeah.
Or outside of the relationship. No, someone always likes one person more, so they ditch the first person and start hanging out with the second person. You gotta put like barriers and rules in place, otherwise it's dangerous.
Yeah, they never sort of work out, do they? Like, you know.
Someone always gets fucked.
No one ever, honestly, in my opinion, no one ever is like 100% happy in their relationship and goes, do you know what would make this better? Another person. It's always an excuse to, like, it's the try before you buy of breaking up with someone, you know?
Well,
like,
it's the whole thing too with his hasn't taken his wedding vows seriously, you know, the whole through sickness and health.
yeah. Oh, true, yeah.
So he's not really taking that part serious. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The fucking like the whatever they call it, the rubber mutt. What's it?
The flashlight.
The flashlight. Yeah. He goes. He's like, oh, I promised to be with this for sickness and health. And the minute it gets fucking a rip in it, and he's like, fuck off, gun. Literally. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the segment, and that's the end of the show. So,
Glad we're ending on rubber mutt. You had to bleep that. Like, Americans won't know what it means, but any Australian who watches it and be like, "What? That's a word."
That is. Yeah.
I read it on the desk in detention. All right. Cheers for listening, everyone. Roadcast here from Maria Hotel. Fucking episode 132.
Sweet. Thanks for having us
Thanks
back.
for having us
Cheers.
back. Cheers.
Don't buy me a drink.
Just name names.
Yeah, right. Big time. You'll get fucking thrown out of the strip club with your floppy disk.
Man, you got a big beard, dude.
Shame for shit all day.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Keep it simple. Count your money.
That they're not proud of. Just give me $10.
Hey, right.
Did you hang up?